Well, folks, welcome back to the final day of the Turning Stone Classic XXIX. I'm upstate Al of AZBTV. We have guest commentators Mike Yetnick, and looks like Eddie Cohane might be sitting in for the next one. All the matches from here on in are top-notch. You got Jayson Shaw and Besar Spahiu playing next. This is a B-side match, so the loser will be eliminated at a tournament. Keep that in mind. Jayson Shaw won like 5 out of 7 of these. So he doesn't want to go anywhere, and neither does Besar. I want to thank Chalky Sticks. We got to go through everybody's ads kind of quick. Mike Zuglin putting the gun on everybody because he does rent this big arena here. ChalkySticks.com. This is the app that everybody's downloading where you can talk with the pros. You can watch videos of the pros. You can watch 24-hour pool and billiards. It's got a locator. It's ChalkySticks.com. And you can download yours for free on your iOS or your Android. Mike Burton. In fact, Mike was just at the booth here paying us a little hi and goodbye just in case we don't see each other. But he has Josh Q's all the time. He's an authorized dealer. He has anything from yesteryears all the way up to the present and some exclusives. It's mbqs.com or contact him at his email, mike@mbqs.com. He's a real nice gentleman to deal with. A lot of customers, in fact, everybody that I spoke to is happy to deal with him. Mike sold a stick 6 months ago when he was here, and one of the customers said there was a little chip or something on the ferrule or something. Mike said, no problem. He says, give it to me, and I'll give you a new shaft. It's that easy. And I said to Mike, I wish I had this recorded because it's things like this that pool world needs. And Mike Burton is one of the good guys for sure, along with many, many others in the industry. I want to thank this gentleman here and another good one, Thomas Grimaldi. Pool table sales and service, designs your man cave or woman cave, such as the picture you see here. You can go to the website, but what I urge you to do is find them on Facebook at Thomas Grimaldi and see the workmanship that they put into these man caves and woman caves and businesses that they design for people. It's exquisite, really nice. 4 generations of family, Thomas Grimaldi and family. Thank Tom. We're going to be up in Providence, Rhode Island for Mark Dion. It's MD Promotions. We'll be live streaming it from Snookers. Probably one of the best rooms on the East Coast, besides the owners. Regina and Steve. We always look forward to seeing the whole staff at Snookers. They do a great job. There'll probably be 128 players, which means they bring friends. And that's a lot of people to feed. Well, Snookers staff does it, and a big shout-out to them. But if you want to play in this, I don't know if there's any spots left. You can check with Mark Dion. You can call him right at that telephone number you see on the bottom of the screen there. Or send him an email at newengland9ballseries@gmail.com. We want to thank the Kings of Vapor. In fact, the Kings of Vapor are the sponsors for Jayson Shaw. It's the Kings of Vapor, Chad Bowling and Stephanie, always touring the country and always supporting pool and the UFC also. They have fighters. If you're in Akron, Ohio, make sure to stop by the Kings of Billiards in Akron, Ohio. We want to thank Dennis Walsh. Dennis Walsh is an attorney, realty attorney. He's out in Chicago. So if you're looking to build a skyscraper or a house or buy a house or rent an apartment or buy a piece of parcel, this is the man to see, Dennis Walsh, right there in front of you. I call him my man. Anyway, Dennis loves pool. He runs the Straight Pool Challenge. It's called the George Fells Memorial Straight Pool Challenge at Derby City Classic, which is right around the corner. It's taking place January 21st through the 27th. I understand they accumulated over $16,000 in prize money to give away for the Straight Pool Challenge. When you're down there, see big man, my man, Dennis Walsh. We want to thank Checkio, us.checkio.com. That's where you purchase your sports drink. You can see Michael Yetnick out there talking to Besar. He's finding out who his sponsors are. We do know one of his sponsors is The Attitude. AccuStacks will be down at Derby City Classic, bringing you a full production. Not only that, Mr. Pat Fleming and crew are now gone digital. Pat Fleming's in The Matrix. You ever see the Matrix movie? Well, AccuStats is in the Matrix. They went digital. Video on demand. Go over to AccuStats website, get your pay-per-view for Derby City Classic. It's going to be super exciting. And also, become a subscriber to the AccuStats channel. Everything's right on the AccuStats website. I want to thank Baltimore City Q's. In fact, they're still up at the front. I thought they would be pulling out because of the snow coming later on, but they elected to still be here. It's BaltimoreCityQs.com. They bring anything from tips to tables to your location. The best cloth in the world, we all know it is SIMONIS by far. And the best balls to row with are aramith. The biggest website in the world is AZBILLIARDS.com. They are on location. Mike Howerton in the bleachers here, keeping score of all the matches throughout the period of the 4 days. We want to give a big shout out to AZ Billiards. They do it on their own dime. They come here and they spend the time. Jerry Forsythe working behind the scenes, making sure everything stays cool and calm on the website, and Mike Howerton on premises, this time keeping all the scores. When they travel together, they take turns, but Mike's been up there all day long for 4 days. We want to thank BilliardProductReviews.com. Go over there. It's honest, unbiased reviews of all things billiards to inform and educate. It's a great website. I frequent it. You go over there and take a gander, and you can read it for yourself.
Say hello.
BilliardProductReviews.com. This is one of the websites you definitely want to frequent to keep up to date. Sorry, I got interrupted by somebody tapping me on the shoulder. Light-systems.com. They are on premises. They got the new ultralight. You got to see the design of this new light they came out with. It's great. But anyway, the fin is the one that everybody's installing in the pool rooms. They're all over the United States. They're going from old lights to new lights, retrofitting. Light-systems.com. Greg Antonakis. This is my man right here. Another one of my man, Greg Antonakis. He's got anything from a Southwest. He also has cues to fit your budget. Now, not only Southwest, and he's got a truckload of BK Rushes. I don't know if he has any more left, but get in touch with him. The BK Rush is the hottest stick out there right now. Contact Greg at ga9ball@gmail.com, or simply call him at that telephone number and get yours while you can. KamuiTips.com. I showed you numerous times throughout the tournament their commercial with Jennifer Beretta from Skyline Billiards. To support breast cancer awareness. You can still do that simply by going to KamuiTips.com and clicking on the pink link and supporting breast cancer awareness. We want to thank all those sponsors and some. Mr. Joel Shapiro. He works behind the scenes with AZB TV like you can't believe. And he's been doing it prior to AZB TV. He helps out a pool throughout his lifetime. Mr. Joel Shapiro, we want to say thank you. And Mr. Joe Boston, who doesn't like to be recognized, we want to say also thank you. And we hope to see both of you very soon. The commentators in the booth are going to be Ed Colhane and Michael Yetnick. Okay, I think I'm about to be to get ready over here, as we have a couple of folks in the background. We got the three commentators fooling around off to the wings. I want to say hello to Mr. Pat Fleming. Pat, sorry I was on the air, and Eddie kind of was throwing the phone in front of me when I was doing a commercial. But we'll speak to you, Pat.
viewers, tell your friends, go on AZBILLIARDS.com. They can watch this match, probably some of that match for free on the internet, courtesy of AZBILLIARDS.com. Upstate Al, Leon, the Just Northeast 9-Ball Tour, Turning Stone Resort Casino. Okay, down here, from Orange, Connecticut, he's a 5-time winner here at Turning Stone. He's a multiple winner on our tour. He's a former Kuwait 9-Ball Open World Champion, and he's your current U.S. Open 9-Ball Champion, Jayson Shaw, right there. His opponent, young fellow, just met him here at this tournament. This is his first time here at Turning Stone. He's from Albania. He won a tournament in New York, the UPT tournament in New York. Beat a lot of the top players down there. He's also a member of the Albanian Snooker Federation. Besar Spahiu, right there. Good luck, guys. All right, and let's not forget, please, to turn the ringers off on your cell phones, everyone. And players, you should have your cell phones.
All right, to the box we're going to go. We got Michael Yetnick and Ed Colhane in the booth. Take it away, guys.
Thanks for having us out.
We have our second chance tournament going on continuously until that's
Nice lag.
32 players over there.
Would you say after watching Jayson in the matches you've on the streaming table, would you say his break's working for him?
Yes.
Because in August it was working very well for him. Last August, I was very impressed. But this year I didn't see like in last August. Just it's not the same. And I don't know if the tables are playing differently or what it is. The new cloth comes into play a lot.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
And the rack, but he's been making a ball, the wing ball, almost every rack.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's just playing position on the one he's been struggling with here. And
that's what he achieved in August. He was getting on it every time. It was scary the way he was doing it.
August at the Turning Stone, you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, he played Shane in the finals, and Shane won it.
Shane won a tournament?
Yeah. It's surprising.
Inconceivable.
Wow. Dennis Hat shooting long up there on the rail. Wow, tough shot.
So, Eddie, you pronounce his name Besar?
Yeah, that's
Besar.
That's what I'm going to call him since you just said it, because Al told me 3 times, but he has a name for it, Clenty. He calls him Clint Eastwood, but he didn't give this kid another nickname, so he's going to have to come up with something, I think.
I asked Besar before the match if he had any sponsors to mention. He didn't want to mention anyone. I know Jayson has some sponsors, so I'll throw those out while they're dealing with the rack. Jayson's sponsored by Kings of Vapor, Ultimate Apparel, Kamui and Talm Tips, Muchi Cues. He owns a pool room with his beautiful wife, US 1 Billiards. He's also sponsored by DigiQ and Raston Tables. Go ahead and do a shout out to my sponsors while they're racking. Jacoby Custom Cues, Predator Shafts, Kamui Products as well. The House Pro at Amsterdam Billiards. I'd like to thank my wife, Christine Jagdale, as well. She's very supportive. Molinari is also very helpful in the New York area. I believe they're the U.S. representative for a lot of products, Predator products. Ira Lee's in charge of that, but do a little shout out from Molinari. And then lastly, working with Alex Paguline in the BTR, which is basically a playing against the Ghost live stream match. But back to this match, looks like he's doing a cut break. Probably going to try to play the 5 in the corner and position on the 1 in the corner where he is. Okay, looks like the 1's in that quadrant, but he doesn't have position for it, so he'll probably try a different break next time or maybe negotiate some other sort of break.
He's got a relatively easy bank on his 1 ball and right there on the 2. He'll probably play this bank. And he made 3 balls on the break. Pretty good break.
Yeah, if he feels good about the 1, he'll definitely play it. The rest of the rack is easy. This is that 1 shot where if you make this ball, the rest of the rack's simple, but I think he might play safe.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty easy safe.
I thought it was tempting.
Pretty easy safe, but he went with the bank.
Yeah. It was a relatively ball in hand bank.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty dead.
Yeah.
So he made the right decision there because it went in. The rest of the rack is almost stop, stop, stop. He's got to get a little closer to the 3, but basically have stop position for the 6, maybe draw back a hair.
Yeah.
Follow up a little bit on the 6 after he gets straight in, and then play the 8 in the side, the opposite side, follow forward, 9 ball in the lower left corner. Pretty natural run out here. Hey guys, he played a good break. That was a nice
sure
firm
he did.
break. Yeah.
He sure did.
We already got mentioned at the break. In the previous racks, there's been some debate about whether a hard break or a soft break has been used for a match particular. It doesn't really matter at this point. The match is over and the person won with the break he used. I do believe this is a hard break tournament, which is assessed by the tournament director, Mike Zuglin. I don't think there's like a rule where 3 balls have to pass or 4 balls have to pass the side and you have to pocket a ball, but that's not the rules here. So it's just.
I think there's going to be a judgment by the director if there's a question about it, and he's going to have to take a look at it and make a decision on it.
There's not going to be any question with Jayson Shaw and this guy. This guy hit him
no,
hard.
No,
Jayson
no,
hits him hard.
But others in the match, if it comes up again, that maybe it'll be brought to light. You know.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens with it. Because that soft break he was using was deadly, I thought, and put him on kept him on the A side.
Yeah, you know, again, it takes a lot of skill to be able to do that break. It takes skill to understand where the balls are going, play position for the 1.
Right.
Make sure you make the ball, which means he's reading the rack well. There's a lot of positive facets to understanding a soft break, and I again, if someone learns something, it's sad when it's taken away, but everyone would be playing it, and everyone would learn it if it was allowed.
Right, and we watched Joey yesterday where he didn't get good on the 1, and he adjusted the second time up, and he got on the 1 perfect after that every time. So he got the speed down right away. It was pretty interesting to watch. That's a lot of work, studying and practicing that. It's brutal work.
We're going to go ahead and move forward and talk about this match and let the break issues be a foregone past conclusion. So Jason's playing the 7 ball here in the, the Albanian's playing the 7 ball in the lower left corner.
Besar.
Let's see if he plays different position on the 1 this time.
So this man's a snooker player. The Albanian Snooker Federation, they said, was nice break.
Yeah, very nice break, and he might have position on the 1 this side. If it doesn't roll too far. It's a great,
he's got it.
Great break, and I think he's gotten in the side. I don't think it rolled too close to the rail.
Yeah, and he'll have position on that 2 ball there. Pretty good layout for him right here. He's just got to cinch this ball.
I think this might be a little thinner than you think.
Do you really?
Yeah, it looks like the angle is pretty thin, and he might have a little difficulty holding position for the 2.
You mean pocket speed, that soft of a roll? Things can go wrong?
Yeah.
Things can go wrong. He hit a little firmer than I would have. Nice shot, but...
Yeah, I think he had to hit it that way to make it.
Yeah.
Now, what he could do is try to go into the 6 and play position using the 6 to hold the cue.
Stop on the 6, yeah.
And play the 3 in the side if that goes.
Just don't tie up the 6-5 on the way down, you know, which is probably unlikely, but that's a good move to stop on the 6, you're right.
It's a later problem, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't look like he's going for that.
It doesn't. Yeah, he's doing something else. Oh, no, he did.
He did, yeah. He missed the 6, but it worked.
Okay, so he's able to spin behind the 6 and play great position on the corner.
So he was going to get the corner or the side if he did hit the 6.
Yeah, awesome shot there. Smart shot as well. Didn't complicate the rack anymore. And, you know, it might not have gone in the side easily. These are diamond tables. They're a little tighter. So
they're scary, scary sometimes. They are.
Yeah, he's going to try to get pretty straight on this 5. So he doesn't have to move too much with the 6, which he got. And they'll either swing around 3 rails on the 6 or play a Z pattern towards the 9. I personally prefer the Z pattern. Looks like that's what he set up.
Ooh. Little overcut there.
So he's going to try to hit the 3rd diamond on the long rail to his left. And he should be pretty straight in on the 9 here. Right at the 3rd diamond.
Nice shot.
Hair higher, but
yeah,
missed the side pocket, which was the key.
Yes, it was.
And he's straight in on the 9. Perfect shot. They were very close to it.
I think Hatch is up about 2-0 on Zion.
Yeah, little inside knowledge on Zion. Zion had some food poisoning, so He's struggling a little today. Got some food poisoning here. Yeah, hopefully he feels better soon. Yeah, it might have been his own stuff or whatever, but
Food poisoning. That's what I'm going to use from now. Never mind. I don't even hear that.
well,
But
I think it's food poisoning, guys. I'm
he's
not going to
holding-
make any
he's holding-
speculation,
he's
but
holding
he's
his
feeling a
own.
little ill.
He's holding his own
We'll
right
put it
now.
that
though.
way.
He's this far in it. He's holding his own.
So again, he's trying to play the 4, and let's see if he gets position on the 1 the side. He's basically banking the 1, 3 rails.
Oh, he's
1,
gonna get-
2, 3, and trying to play position on either in the corner or the side. He lost a cue ball a little this one, so we'll start to see a little more of a safety battle and probably see a push out immediately, and then a safety battle between him and Jayson.
A bit of a tough push here, I think. With all that stuff to hide behind, you know, he may kick at the back rail, no? Instead of pushing, it's a tough push. You know,
Yeah.
because you can get locked up somewhere.
I think he kind of has to push. The 9 ball's in the way of the easy kick.
Yeah, he's going to kick at it instead of pushing.
No, he can see it. He's going to try to save him behind the 6, I think.
Oh, he can see it? The edge? The right edge?
Yeah, I think he can see the right
Oh,
edge.
okay, all right. Then he's all right.
Yeah, this is still a tough shot, but he's trying to hide him behind the 6, I believe.
Oh, he had it, yeah.
Oh, he tried something different.
Well, that could have been worse.
Yeah, he ended up pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I think hitting the left side of the 1 scratches.
I don't think you're going to hold this cue ball and use the 8 as a blocker now, but
That's what he's doing. Zero
he's gonna
hesitation.
try that,
He's
yeah.
going to freeze him on the 8 ball here. So a little bit of stun draw.
yeah, but it was going to come back was my point with the speed you were going to get. See, you couldn't pull it back enough.
I think it was there. I think he slightly misexecuted. You know,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have played it unless he thought it was there.
I don't think he knows how to play like I do.
If this is true. nobody plays as good as Eddie.
Easy.
So he'll probably go 2 rails and come to the left side of the 9 and back up. I don't suspect he'll slow roll this. He'll hit the short rail, and come back up above
Yeah,
the
bounce
5.
up and down, sure. Oh,
1,
look what he did. He took
two.
his eye off the ball.
And got back up for the 5. So he played the right position, just missed the pocketing.
So Jason's probably going to send this cue ball down by the 7 now. Two rail the cue here.
Yeah, but Ed's saying he's going to thin the left side of the ball, put the 1 ball towards the right
side.
long rail,
Yeah.
and bring the cue ball back and try to get him behind the 7 and the 9. And he's got 3 blockers. If he hits it behind the 5, the 7, or the 9, he's got good safety.
And check your speed just to leave him down on this bottom rails, you know, so long that he's not. He didn't make that decision real quick, or he would have shot it already. So there must be something else he's looking at.
Yeah, it's not an easy shot. I think the 8 ball's in the way to get it behind the 7, so he's trying to figure out another way to play the safe. And seeing if that's an option. I do believe that the 8 ball's very close to the track he wants to take to put that behind the 7.
Okay, yeah. And you don't want to go.
He might try to go behind the 8 instead.
He tried to hold it for the 6, but he left him on the rail here. So on the diamond.
Yeah,
Can't call it the Brunswick here. It's the diamond.
Yeah, he played good object ball speed. Left the 1 ball close to the rail.
But he's going to get hurt now. He's going to send it right back up top, right? And hide him behind this mess down here. Oh,
Yeah.
he got a shot at it.
Now his opponent's speed wasn't quite as good as Jason's speed on the 1. He didn't get it to the other short rail, so Jayson has possibly a shot here on the 1.
And you might see Eagle Eye in action here because he.
Yeah, he's not called Eagle Eye because he misses long shots.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just as I said that, I
Well,
sharked him.
he did miss it, but oh boy,
Wow.
how do you go through there? You talk about threading the needle. Well, he caught a bad break there. That was really, no one would have figured that scratch right there.
I don't think he expected a scratch. But
I've never seen that coming.
just goes to show that Jayson is human and does miss long shots every now and then.
Yeah, well, that was no hanger there, you know.
No. He gave it his best stroke. He stayed on the ball,
Yeah, yeah.
shot straight. You know, he just missed it.
But it was a two-way shot. By all rights, he should be locked up down here if he did miss it, you know. That was a weird scratch.
Was a very bad scratch.
Yeah,
but
yeah. But it is what it is, so. Let's put him on the board.
He's going to try to get underneath the 7 so he can square it up using the long rail and get the 8-ball on the side. This is low left. And I'll actually favor the underside of the 8 because he's got a natural 3-railer if he doesn't get straight in.
Yeah.
But I think he got perfect position where you can either go to the long rail and strip back out or draw it straight back. I think he's going the long rail back out. And just like that, playing strong.
So these 2 tables, 2 of these players are going home.
Looks like a 3-0, right? Zion just missed a 9.
It's yes, 3-0.
Zion missed a 9 in the back, and it was a
looked
little brutal.
I looked at the score. I thought the score was the other way. 3-0. Shaw needs to get going here. He can't do nothing from the chair.
Oh, yeah.
Al, you singing again, Al?
It is 3-0.
Yes, it is. A dry break here.
So far.
And Jayson caught a break with that dry break because he didn't want to go down 4-0.
Yeah, he didn't make the 5-ball and the wing ball that time. That was the first time he didn't make the wing ball.
Here's a kick. Here's a 3-rail safety. Just stop it right there, hide behind the 3, and send the 1 down. I think unless he has it, I don't think he has it. Wow, he did have it, and he got on the 2 anyway. That was tough position there.
Yeah, that was a very tough position.
Yeah.
Does the 3 go by? What is that? No, the 5's above it, so the 4 goes. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's okay. He'll get on the 3 here, and he just needs to cinch this 2 now. This will put him right in line.
Yeah, you can stay on the right side of the 3 as we're looking at it, and swing around 2 rails towards the long rail. Make sure he has the correct position on the 4, or he can favor the left side of the 3 and come 1 rail towards the 4, whatever he prefers here.
Yeah, he needs to get out this game.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get straight on this ball, which is exactly where he got.
Yeah, he cannot go down 4-0 here. It's. Oh yeah, this is not good.
This is
He's snatching
probably drawing it all the way back and up.
Yeah, he let out the
that's
stroke here.
That was a very strong attempt, but he still didn't get position, just to show you that he got on the wrong side of the ball there.
Is he banking this ball?
Sticking safe.
Oh, sticking? Oh, he did bank it. Oh, nice shot, Jayson.
Wow.
That was pretty.
Wow. What a shot.
Jason's done being in the chair here.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess that's what he needs. Yeah, he's got to stay at the table.
Yeah.
Punch that gear, that high gear. You know, 3 games on the wire going to 9 is not easy to fade.
I think he's a little upset with himself here that he's letting out the stroke now, and if he gets that rhythm going, he's monstrous.
Well, Jayson at the table is just simply dangerous.
Yes.
So
yeah.
you got to keep him in the chair, and that's what his opponent was doing. His opponent was playing well. Just had a dry break, and it shows you how powerful the break is. You know, everyone has got to make a ball in the break at this stage, or else you're in big trouble.
Well, this puts him on the board here. 8-9 here. What it's 3? It'll be 3-1. Yeah, 3-1.
Yeah. 8-9. We'll have to edit that. Not a 9-ball. All right, 3-1.
There we go.
That Cole Haney's is a speedy character.
Well, you know,
reading the racks a little ahead of time.
Well, yeah. Well, you're looking at Jayson Shaw shooting the 8-9. You know, you know he's out. You know he's out, and I'm not.
So very strong out from Jayson, showing that he's not going to just sit back and wait for his opportunities. He's going to force opportunities when they.
Right. He made
arise.
a hard shot to get to it too. He did a lot of work to get there. The opening shot, right?
Right. And that 2 ball to the 3. You know, Jayson should have made sure he had some sort of angle. You know, if he had been on the right side of the 3, he could have gone 2 rails towards the 4. If he'd been on the left side, he could have gone, you know, 1 rail towards the 4. He got straight on the 3, and you always want some sort of angle at least.
And then he comes up with his bag of tricks, and he could send the cue ball 7 rails and get on something anyway. You know,
he's playing the 6 here and playing position on the 1.
There, oh, he's come up dry again. 3 ball.
Okay. He not only came up dry, he scratched, so he's in big trouble here.
Yeah. Here's a road map. You would like ball in hand from here all day long, would you not?
I think everyone in the tournament's out from here.
I think so.
You know, he's supposed to be. Of course,
Sure.
he could make a mistake, but
Yeah.
we're not expecting him to make a mistake. They're all focused. They're all used to the tables by now. There's no new cloth table excuse. You know, we've all been playing. At this point, he's been playing at least 6 matches on the tables.
It was nice on Thursday walking here with all new cloth. Everything played great.
Yeah, it did.
Great equipment.
No one can complain about the quality of the staff or the setup or the tables.
And how true they are too.
Right.
They got Paulie, the mechanic, doing work, and he's the best.
Probably going to stick here and swing 2 rails towards the 7. Okay, he's got the straight drawback now with a little bit of outside, or he could follow 2 rails with inside. I like to follow 2 rails with inside.
I like to follow here as well.
Yeah, he's got the right angle to do that naturally. And he doesn't care what angle he gets on here as long as he has an angle he can go towards the 8. He'll use top with a little bit of left English as he's looking at the cue ball. He just wants to get reasonably close to the 8.
Sure.
Make it where he can't miss.
Where will he be? 4-1 after this 9 ball? 4-1?
Yeah.
I believe so. 4-1. Pretty respectable over Jayson Shaw, 4-1.
Well, and in fairness of Jayson, he hasn't really made any errors. He's just not pocketed on the break or scratched on the break. And that, of course, is an error. But as far as the rest of the game's been solid. So what you were saying earlier about Jason's break not being quite spot on, you read it clearly here. His break is not working for him right now. He needs to make some quick adjustments before this gets out of hand, assuming he gets opportunities from here out.
If it gets too far away, because he's been merciless so far.
So again, he's playing the 5 ball in the lower left corner. And let's see if the 1 goes 3 rails. He's been hitting this really hard, so he's trying to get the 1 to come all the way back up table, somewhere near the center of the table.
1 on the side.
Okay, so I made the 1 on the side that time. That's always another option. You can play the wing ball or you can play the 1. He played the 1 on the side.
He got real good here. With the 3 on the side, or maybe the 3 on the side from here?
Yeah, it's very natural to get on the 3 on the side.
And then he'll be dead on the
4 leads nicely to the 5 on the side.
Right.
All the problems are pretty much solved.
Yeah, nice layout.
If he gets out here, his only issue is really the 5 to the 6, because he wants to get pretty straight on the 6 to get to the 7.
Right.
And the 5's in a little bit of a funny spot, but like I said before, the 4 leads nicely to the 5, and he can actually push the 7 down a little bit
right now
and make the 6 and 7 a little easier. So he'll probably do that. He would use a high right English here, which will push the 7 a little to the left, just like that. And now the rack is much simpler. He'd like that to stay up.
Yeah, man.
Well, the 6 to the 8 is just as easy as the 7 to the 8. The 6 to 8 is probably more natural. So he just wants to get on the correct side of this 5 ball.
Yeah, this whole layout was almost an automatic for someone like him.
He wants to be slightly.
See, I would have went to the right side.
I think I would have as well, and I would have made sure I stayed slightly under the 4.
Yeah, I wonder if he knows he did it wrong. You know, we should tell him.
He might have had a more straight-on angle where he thought he'd get straight in the 4 in the opposite side, but I kind of think that he might have played the wrong position there. He will use the 8 to go towards the 6, and it's pretty natural.
He doesn't want to lock the 8 up on the 9.
He's going to hit this with the pace that it's not going to stay on the 9.
Right.
He's got to get over to the other side of the table, and he's got to go through the 8.
Right.
So this is a pure top ball shot. You wouldn't use any English because you don't want to throw the 4 out.
You don't have to, right?
And just get over to the other rail.
Oh, look, or you could do that.
Well, he played corner and didn't deal with the 6.
Yeah, and look how good he got.
Maybe that was his reasoning for playing that position, is he knew he had either the corner or the side, and both would work.
Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There was another good option that he took there that did leave for him not having to play a position for the 8 later in an unknown spot. So maybe that was a better play than Ed and our decision, and my decision. But good that you guys have options too.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it looks like Jayson Shaw is in deep trouble right here with Besar shooting at the table. He's totally in control of this whole match so far.
Well, the game
leads here. Sorry, Eddie leads here 5-1 over Jayson Shaw.
Yeah, the only showing though was when Jayson won that one game that he did when he was in his element there, you know, and he just came up with a dry break, I guess, or whatever happened. But it's like Mikey said before, he needs to work on this break because it's not working out somehow.
Well, he just needs to execute whatever he's trying to execute a little stronger.
6 in the corner here, folks. See, if he sent the one on the side before. Let's see what he does here.
Yeah, on this break, whenever you're doing a cut break, the lower you hit the cue ball, the higher up the one goes, which means it would come short of the side. The higher you hit the cue ball, the closer to the corner it goes.
There's the one again.
Now, both times he played the one on the side, so he knows both the corner ball break and the one ball on the side break, and he's opting for the one in the side break, probably because of the rack.
You know, he has a window here, I think, for the 2 in the corner. He doesn't have the 2-7 combo, I don't think, because the 6 is in the way for that. But this is no hanger. But where do you go from here, Mikey? Do you play a safe, put the cue ball behind the 7 and send the 2 down to the long rail?
I mean, he's looking at the corner, so he must have the corner pocket. It's a very demanding shot, and he's got to make sure he executes this perfectly. He will have shape on the 3 if he makes it, so I could see going for this in the corner if he has the corner. But if not, I like hiding behind the 7 too.
Yeah, I was looking at that safety more or less. Tough shot. He overcut it.
Yeah, he went for the gusto.
Yes, he did.
He got shape on the 3. The shape was natural.
Yeah.
He just had to pocket the ball, but that was asking a lot. Now
it was a tough shot, yeah.
Yeah. Off angle cut, you can't see the pocket. He's a good 5 diamonds away from the pocket with the 2 ball. Cue ball was 3 diamonds away from the 2. That's a little hard to execute. So tall order for him, and he did the best he could. He also wanted to keep Jayson in the chair. He doesn't want to get in a safety battle with Jayson. Jayson just played the bank and missed.
We put him on the roof a little bit, but we left him okay. But where's he sending the 2 up top or no? Hide behind the 8 here with the cue ball.
Got to cut this.
Yeah, he's going to hide behind the 8 with the cue.
2-way shot.
You think he's going to cut it? You think he'll cut it, Mike?
I don't know if there's a 2-way shot. He's either going for it or he's playing safe.
Seems like a relatively easier safe.
Well, there's a bunch of different safes here. He could thin the 2, overcut it, and put the cue ball behind the 6 and 3.
Yeah. I like that shot.
Yeah.
He could try to put the cue ball, put the cue ball behind the 8 and bank the 2 rails out. That's a lock-up safety. Or he could go for the shot.
Yeah. Or try to keep Jayson in his seat and go for the shot.
Yeah, it's a pretty natural position. If he pockets the ball, it's going to go between the 4 and 5 and come back down table towards the side pocket position on the 3 ball. He tried to hold it off the 8. I think he should have, this is just my opinion, I think he should have tried to go between the 4 and 5 if he was going to shoot the shot. I wouldn't have tried to go into the 8 there.
Well,
could cost him a few racks right here.
Yeah, at 5-1, Jayson needed this break.
Let's just say it better cost him a few racks here or else Jayson's done.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, Jayson needed this break right here. This might change the whole game here.
5-ball way up table. The 4 is against the rail on the right side.
So we'll have to see if Jayson plays this rack the way he won his first game, because it was effortless for him and he got everywhere he needed to get.
Well, his first game was a exhibition on ball pocketing and you know, extreme shots. This one's a much easier layout.
Yeah.
He's going to play the 5-6 in the same pocket, 7 in the side, and 8 in the corner probably. Pretty standard out, and everyone in the room could get out from here. The rack Jayson got out on, there was probably one person that could do it that way, and that was Jayson.
You know, that was nice position right there. He came all the way up and down. He didn't have to go all the way back up and down. I was surprised he went that way, but he uses the whole table, this guy.
Yeah, when you have a thin cut, you want to play natural position, which is, since the cue ball wants to run, he lets it run rather than trying to hold it. And
yes.
You know, that's how Earl Strickland would do a thin cut. That's how all the great ball pocketers that you respect and love would cut that ball. They would go up and down table. It's very important to understand if you have a thin cut, it's much better to go up and down table. And that's what I was recommending on that 2 ball that Besar missed. If he would have gone up and down table instead of trying to hold it,
right.
I think it's much higher pocketing. you know, your percentages go up on making the ball.
5-2 here, right? 5-2.
5-2, 3 games.
And maybe Jayson can put his break together here and get something going. Dennis Walsh.
Yeah. Now, what you'll also notice is a lot of guys will study your opponent's break, and you know, a good pool player has at least 12 breaks in his bag. Jayson might say, well, you know, the side pocket break's working. I'm going to work on pocketing the one on the side. Let's see if he doesn't try to switch it up and maybe go for a one in the side pocket break. You know, there's a lot of different breaks out there, and if you know the different ones, which Jayson's obviously a world champion, he knows enough to have a different break than what he's been using. He's also going to get the right rack, though. If he's not getting the right rack, he's going to have a little difficulty pocketing the ball. He's trying to figure out why he's not pocketing the ball right now, I bet.
Maybe he is giving it a good look-see, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not quickly walking up table, so
he's not complaining about it. He's just looking to see.
No,
where
he just wants to understand where to break from.
Right.
You know, depending on where the gaps are, dictates how you're going to break. And the more knowledge you have on the gaps, the more likely you are to pocket a ball. And Jayson's very knowledgeable on the break and on the rack, and he's an all-around
there's the
break monster, as you can see, and was able to figure out what's going on and how to make a ball.
Look at the 5 goes in the side, I believe. So that would have been his only problem.
The 2 ball is the shot of this rack. If he can get from the 2 to the 3, he wins the rack.
You're right. I meant if that 5 would have been locked up, he would have had a little difficulty, but he's okay here.
Right.
I don't think he has any problem with the 2 to the 3. He's just going to go around the 7, I would imagine, and come back in natural.
Yeah, pure follow, but just pocketing the 2 with the Q on the rail. A little bit of a hard order and making sure you get around the 7.
Right.
That was a little bit of a delicate.
Looks easier than what it is.
Yeah,
he
could
have bumped the 7, sure.
You know, that's one of those shots where, like Danny Diliberto would say, if you miss it, you look like a fool. But it was a tough shot, you know.
Yeah.
Now the rest of the rack is simple, and that's that one shot he had to come with.
And he's going to close the gap here to be 5-3 if he gets out here, as he should.
Based on his position there, I think he might play the 6 in the corner as opposed to the side. I'm not sure here, but it looks like he might play for the left corner with the 6 instead of the side. We'll know momentarily.
Yes,
yeah.
He did. Made quick work of this as well.
He's making quick work of it, as he usually does.
Yeah.
This is just one rail, pure top, no English, straight up. Or 3 rails, maybe 4. He's the low outside English. That does help the pocketing. Both options there. I've seen guys both go 2 different ways.
Sometimes you get more comfortable with that low outside and coming around, you know. You just let out the stroke and it feels better. And, you know.
He also hasn't shot for a little bit, so he's probably trying to loosen up.
Sure.
You know, that's another factor that is often overlooked.
So that miss by Besar on that 2 ball that he overcut just cost him 2 racks.
There you go. There you
3.
go.
Yeah, possibly the set. But again, you know, he wanted to keep Jayson in the chair. You can't. He missed it twice, actually, right? He tried to cut it down the rail, and then he tried to cut it after Jayson tried to bank it. So he had 2 shots at the 2, really.
Well, here's Jayson studying the rack again like he did last time. Last time he nailed it perfect. And if whatever gaps he finds, let's see if he breaks from the same spot. It was the left side up top.
Wow, look at that shot.
Yeah, awesome camera work by Al here.
Now, there is a crowd here, but because of the weather, this place would be a big, big crowd here. You know, it'd be standing room only over in the center here.
Guys, I'm not sure who lost or who Hatch lost to. Do we know, Al? Do you remember offhand? We don't have the chart in front of us, unfortunately, but I think it's on AZ Billiards. You can see all the charts. Sorry, guys, I was looking at the chat. I didn't see the break. Did he make the wing ball, Ed?
I believe Dennis lost to Jayson Shaw the first time.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
I was
also
I was thinking of who Hatch lost to as well, so I wasn't paying attention. So I don't know what he did with the wing ball.
All right, guys. So this 1 ball.
What's he got? Is that the 2 down on the bottom rail here? Or the
No,
6?
this is 6. Well,
okay.
6 and 8 are down the bottom rail.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to miss these balls to get position.
Wow, nice shot.
Yeah, strong shot by Jayson. He's
Yeah.
playing position for the 3-5 combination, then the 3 after. Whenever you're playing a combination, you got to play position for the next ball. And I think he was able to maintain position on the 3.
You think he gets through there, or he has the bank? He has room?
I think he has room. Yeah, he's definitely got room.
Yeah,
I looked
there
on
it
that
is.
screen.
He has it, yeah.
He's probably going to go wide of the 7 here, or he can try to go in between the 7 and 9. Okay, he chose to go in between. Now this shot, there's 2 ways to play it. You could play it 4 rails and go short, long, long, and try to come pretty straight on the 6, or you can try to come 1 rail in between.
Yeah, he's going straight up and down.
Now the 1 rail in between has a lot of blockers.
Watch that 8 ball.
A lot of blockers.
He may not have the shot. He's got the ball, but maybe not the shot.
Yeah, he's got it.
He does.
Yeah, he ended up with the angle where he can get up for the 7 on the
Wow,
side.
he got kind of fortunate there. Another ½ inch, and it would have been ugly.
Yeah, that's you know, I'll say Mika. I've seen Mika play that ball up table, the 4 rail position, specifically to avoid the possibility of getting stuck that way.
Yeah.
Now he had to hit it by the 3rd diamond, or else he wasn't going to get shape on the 6. So that's a new cloth factor as well. Jayson probably weighed out all of his options and decided his percentages were better, using a little bit inside English and checking the cue ball 1 rail.
Well, now cost Besar 3 racks from that miss on the 2 ball
5-4.
and breaking.
Yeah, 5-4. Jason's down 1 game. And Jayson snapped out of it a little bit, and his break is working for him. And what is he on, a 2-pack right here right now? 3?
He's on 2 breaking runs, and he took over the table at the 2 ball.
Okay. So you're getting an exhibition here, a clinic. And Besar has to sweat this now. He could be in the chair for a while. The way Jayson's hitting his break now. What you were talking about before, what he's looking at here, this is hours of studying and work.
Yeah, this
Looking
is complete rack analysis
and looking for gaps and
and seeing which gaps is going to cause which ball to go where.
Right, and it's the hours this kid must have put in on it, tremendous hours.
Yeah, there's a couple of videos that give you a lot of knowledge, but it doesn't give you everything. That's the Joe Tucker. The Joe Tucker DVDs.
Joe Tucker.
Racking Secrets from Joe Tucker. He's got 2 out. They're very good. Give you a lot of knowledge on the racking and how to read the rack. But there is still some things that are a little elusive, which is why you saw Jayson come out dry the first 2 times, and then you saw him really analyze the rack from there on.
Joe Tucker, American rotation guy. Hi, Joe, if you're watching.
Yeah, Joe's an amazing guy and a very good influence on a lot of players as far as giving them knowledge and helping them out.
He'll be down at Derby in a couple weeks, I think. They have the finals at Derby City for that American rotation, I think, in the semis or something, I believe. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh.
Wow.
Hey, rest that shot.
What does he go long here?
Don't push the table, Besar. It'll fall.
Both
Both players just standing.
What's he do? He comes 1 rail long? Or probably, yeah.
Well, I know what the Albanian should do. He should sit down and let Jayson shoot after you missed. It's
Yeah, but
you don't stand over the table for 3 minutes and wait for it to fall.
I think he was in shock.
Yeah.
look at what he's doing here. He's going to masse this shot.
He's going to jump it in.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. He's got his break cue, and
Okay.
probably jumps a little easier with the break cue. He's got to get a good roll and get shape on the 2.
Well, that could be worse. Does he spin this and go
Believe
short?
it or not, he's okay here.
He's going to spin this and go short, isn't he? Because of the 8 ball.
I don't know if he can miss the 8 here, guys.
Yeah, he can spin out of the upper right-hand corner here.
That's
no?
what I'm thinking.
Oh,
But that's a lot of spin there, you know.
Well, he's got that touch, you know.
Yes, he does.
It's
Yeah, I mean,
scary.
if Jayson gets position on this 3 with that position play, that'll be very solid. I might use inside English here.
Wow.
He went
The
behind the 8.
Yeah, he hit
There's
the
the
8.
8. Wow, and he got the best of it, too. So
Yeah, he used the 8. He knew he was going to hit the 8 and he hoped to hit the bottom side of it and come down table. I don't think he could avoid that.
yeah, he just didn't want to hit the top of the 8. He got good, and he needed it, too.
Worked out. If he wanted to do it or not, it worked out, Mike.
Yeah, and he could tie it up here. Nice shot.
Notice he took out the 7 and the 8 ball by going that route. That was a very intelligent play on Jayson's part.
I never even looked at that. that route, you know.
He's going to follow out 2 rails or draw back 1 rail.
The next match will be in 3D, folks. I hope you got your glasses ready at home.
Well, where does that come from?
I don't know. It's just something I had to thought
Okay. 3D.
We're at 1080p right now, right?
No, I turned it down because 5 people out of 900 at the time had a problem.
Gotcha.
So I turned it down.
Yeah, my
720.
daughter texted me. She said she was having trouble with it. Hi, Kates, if you're watching. Love you. Very nice shot.
Guys, thanks everyone for watching the stream. It's a pleasure to be here with Al and Ed.
Likewise, my friend, likewise.
Yeah, it's unfortunate you people can't get here because of the weather and stuff and the distance, but
Jayson Shaw maintains control. Sorry, Eddie. 5-5.
very nice. Nice comeback
We're
here.
racing a 4 from here.
Yeah, Besar really shouldn't have missed that 1 ball. I think he jumped up out of the shot. It seemed like he was up on the ball pretty quickly. Thought it was in and was walking over to the 2 and realized it didn't fall.
And he's walking around with a little demeanor like he has pressure on him now. And who wouldn't? But I don't know how experienced he is with pressure. But when you're looking at Jayson Shaw,
Yeah, it's much easier to play well when you're in the lead than when you have Jayson biting at your heels.
yeah, and
You know.
yeah. And he's past the heels now. He tied up. This is going to be good. I think Jason's hungry here. What is he won 5 out of the last 7? Correct?
His daughter's hungry, like Danny would say. Jason's got to win and come in the second, gash, whatever. He's always got to be hungry. He's raising a family and expecting another one.
The 1 ball saved.
Jayson came up dry, but the 2 ball blocks the 1 ball, so his opponent, Besar, is going to have to play it safe. Al, am I pronouncing that correctly, Besar?
Besar, it's spelled B-E-S-A-R. I think so.
Yeah.
Besar.
So you came up with a Clint Eastwood for Clenty Kachi, but nothing for
Yes.
Besar? You don't have anything for Besar yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Clenty took the New York area by storm and probably everywhere else he shoots. Very strong young kid.
Well, this was his road partner, if you remember.
Right.
Right. Well, he kind of two-way shot on that 1 ball there.
Yeah, intelligent shot there. He had either pocket with position or safety.
Yeah, it worked out. Oh, look at this. He's looking to hit the top of this 1 ball off the rail.
Now, this is a big scratch here. He's got to hit this very well to avoid the scratch.
He wants to hit the top side of the 1.
Right.
Wow, nice hit.
If he hit the bottom side, he's very likely going to scratch. He almost scratched off the 2, but that would have been a bad roll.
It really would have. And he had one of those earlier. Remember the one we'd never expected or seen that coming down here by that 7 ball?
Yeah.
And that put him way behind, but he came back from it.
If you notice Jason's demeanor, he stays in even if he's frustrated with something, he stays in a positive
He doesn't
frame
show.
of mind and doesn't show emotion. That's very powerful. He doesn't give his opponent any extra strength by showing weakness.
He's not going to be happy here.
No,
Wow, what do you like here?
I think he's straight on it. I think he has to draw it straight back to his hand
Yeah, that's what I think he's doing.
and hit the long rail. Yeah, he tried to do that, but he had to cut it a hair and hit the 7. He's a little frustrated. He knew what he had to do there.
He's got a nice cluster down here to hide behind. And, he's got all of the 2 balls, so let's see what he does here. What is he? 3 rail the Q1 down to the 5 ball here? Underneath the 4 and 9? Underneath the 4, rather? Is that what he does?
Sorry,
Is
I
that what you would
was
do?
reading the chat here.
Oh, is that what you would do here?
Let me see.
Send the Q around, right?
I thought Eddie was talking to someone else.
Al's going to get it.
Yeah, he's probably going to try to hit the left side of the 2 and put the cue behind the
Right,
4, 7, and
sure.
3. That's assuming he's not jacked up over the 4.
And assuming he's not going to scratch like he did before, making that same move.
That was a wicked scratch.
It really was.
He's looking at something different. He's thinking of going for the bank on the 2
That's
and leaving the cue in position for the 3 ball, possibly safing the 2 behind the 6 or the 8. I personally don't know how to hold the cue in that position, but I might learn something here. I learned a lot watching Jayson. Let's see what he does here.
He did play the bank.
Yeah.
And,
And
he's got
he
the 8.
did get it behind the 8.
Wow.
Okay, so he used a softer bank speed than I thought he would, and was able to hold the cue nicely. And he didn't have position on the 3, which I thought was questionable, but possibly if he made it, the angle might be slightly different. He might have had a shot in the 3. So
he had a hit on the 3, but not the whole ball. And he come up pretty good with this 2's laying nice. Maybe predicted that 8 ball to come into play there.
Yeah, he was definitely playing the 8 in the 6 safety.
Because it was not a hanger bank by any means. One rail kick here. He's going to send things here, isn't he? Or he's going to hit it soft and try and hide behind 6. Yeah,
he's definitely going at it soft.
Yeah, no hit.
Miss-hit it.
Well,
now what he was trying to do is hit the 2 thickly and push it behind the 6.
Yeah.
And leave Jayson safe behind the 6. He definitely played the right shot, and even though he didn't execute it, he's thinking straight. He played the right shot, and it was tough, but he had to hit it square, so he erred on the correct side. He erred on the right side of the ball. If he hits the left side of the ball, he sells that anyway, so it may look like he was a little careless there, but he gave himself the best possibility to have a safety out of there.
It was either that or send this 2-6 flying around and hope, you know.
Yeah, in that case, you know, even if you make the 2, where the 3 is, you're probably not going to get shape. So, I think that was a little too luck oriented.
Well, here he goes again.
He's going to draw back position or follow 1 rail and have position for the 5.
Yeah, and this will put him in the lead for the first time, actually.
He has options for the 6 in the side or the 6 in the corner. I believe he's playing the side.
Yeah.
That's affirmative. I can draw it straight across between the 7 and 8, play position on the 7. Favor the left side a little bit so he has natural shape to the 8 in the side. He'll draw it back where his hand is. Or he could play position on the corner.
Yeah.
Play position on the corner.
Yeah, he got real good here.
So he chose less ball movement in that last shot, and I like that. Smart play by him.
Okay, Mr. Shaw with the lead, 6-5.
Okay, so Jayson finally gains the lead here at 6-5, and playing very smart pool, keeping control of the table when he doesn't have a shot, playing smart safeties and 2-way shots. One thing I love about this Joss tour, there's other tours out there that don't allow the 2-way shot. There's a lot of intellect in playing a shot that has a backside advantage. And that's what Jayson did there. He took advantage of the rules here, which allow you to play a 2-way shot, and came out favorable.
You're talking about to have the 2-way shot option instead of a shot call safety program.
Right.
Well, Mike Zuglin actually made the announcement. He says if they can come up with one standard rule, and he makes the announcement every 6 months here, where everybody's going to stick to it instead of changing the rules, let's do it.
He's first on board, yeah.
It needs to get straightened out somehow.
Any one of those chatters out there that would like to get that going, I think Tony Robles would be on board with that too, and I think all the other guys would be on board. We just need to get something together and have a little
sit down.
Yeah,
a
little sit down.
There you go. Well, that's what it would be, you know. Everybody gets together and discusses it and makes a ruling on it, you know. Be good.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Rack number 12, Jayson in the lead, 6-5.
I can know whether I should work on the soft break or work on the hard break.
Yeah, there you go.
Work on the cut break or work on the square break.
You probably got the Shaw family over in Scotland watching right now. Hello, all, if you're watching. Hope it's warmer over there.
A lot of fans watching here. We all appreciate it. Okay, so from here, I don't think Jayson has a shot on the 1. Unless I'm mistaken. He might try to put the cue either behind the 4 or put the 1 near the middle diamond and put the cue behind the 7.
Oh, we sent them long.
Okay, so I think he was trying to get all 1-ball position. A lot of times when you're playing safeties, guys, you control either the cue ball or the 1-ball in the safety, and you prioritize one of those 2 balls. And then you have a secondary mission, which is like to hide the ball, to do this or that. But he
played the 1 on that,
Yeah, he played the 1 for sure, and then played the cue ball secondary. And played the 1 well. The problem with that shot is it left an easy return.
The exact thing that Besar just did, yeah.
Now Besar was able to safe the 1.
Execute, yeah.
And put the 1 in a bad position and put the cue in position. So he got all 3 factors together there. Every now and then the shot just lays so well that you can do all 3. Jayson didn't have that option.
This is a bit of a tough hit here, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's going to go between and masse slightly with the left English, or or he's going to kick.
This is pretty ugly. He's got the one reel with a lot of spin, maybe.
Yeah, he's going to go at this with a bunch of right.
Wow, what a great hit! That scared me.
Yeah, he still had to get a good roll there.
Yeah, he did not. He did not.
You know, from that standpoint, he had to hit that with the spin that would allow him to hit the ball. He might have been a little more advantageous to go ahead and tie something up, make the run out more difficult.
Yeah, right.
From that position, unless he thought he was going to get a safety. Maybe he saw a safety there that I didn't see in the short time I was looking at the table. But sometimes it's better to just go ahead and concede the safety and give yourself another option.
Try something up, sure.
Yeah, where maybe your position after the safety is a little easier to get out of, you know. That particular shot, he had to basically masse and English the ball over to the one, and the one was kind of going into a position where it was very unlikely to get safe. I'm not really trying to question what Jayson did because he hit a great shot, but I'm just giving you guys other options out there. Things to consider when you're at the table in that sort of situation.
I guess he's going to draw this back here. Yeah, he's
going to play the 6 in the opposite right corner.
Yeah, he has to draw this back.
Oh, he's got the side pocket.
Oh, he did. Wow. I didn't think he'd get through there.
He's going to spin around the 8 here, 3 rails.
Yeah, he was in line to draw that back. I thought he would have done that. Nice
1, 2,
shot.
3.
Very nice.
Very natural shot, but you still have to execute it. And Besar needed this game to keep this match close.
And to get his head in order, because after Jayson's been coming back on him for the last 4 games or so.
Yeah, he missed that 1 ball and he missed a 2 ball twice.
He's been in his chair since, you know, for a while anyway.
Oh, Del Sims on here. What's up, Del?
Hey, Del.
Good guy.
Del Sims.
Strong player. Strong straight ball player. Love having him
use that
around.
terminology too loosely with Del. Good guy.
Good guy.
Oh, you don't just pick on me, Al.
No.
I like Del. Del's
He is.
good
I
people.
like him too.
Good man, good man.
66.
Right. Yep, guys, as Al said, even score 6-6 here. While Jason's racking, I'm going to do a quick shout out to sponsors. I try to do those here and there so that if someone just catches part of the game, they get to hear that. Jason's sponsored by Kings of Vapor, Ultimate Apparel, Kamui and Talum Tips, Mucci Q's. He owns a pool hall called US1 Billiards. He's also sponsored by DigiQ and Rasson Tables. I'm sure he'd like to thank his wife as well. She's amazing, comes to all the events, brings her daughter. Great family. His opponent, Besar, said that he didn't have any sponsors.
He does.
I hope he's...
The Artitude.
Oh, he has Artitude, okay.
Yeah, Artitude
I asked him,
tattoo
he said nobody. He said, I sponsor myself. I was like, all right,
Maybe the Albanian Snooker
He
Federation.
takes care of himself.
Maybe the Albanian Snooker Federation they mentioned earlier, too.
Do a quick shout out to Jacoby Custom Cues, Predator Shafts, and Kamui Products, and also the House Pro and Amsterdam Billiards. Special thanks to them. So let's see if he plays the 6 ball in the corner or the 1 ball on the side. He was playing the 1 ball on the side earlier and having great results. I'm assuming he's probably going to stick to that unless the 6 ball is wired.
Boom.
Okay, 6 ball is wired. Looks like the C's are going to part and he's going to have position on the 1.
Yes, he is.
Position to the 2's a little challenging, but he's got options here. He can play for the side pocket, I believe, or come back between the 3 and the 5 and play position on the corner. And I think that's his best option, is to play position on the corner here. He'll probably try to bank towards this first diamond and back up and play position on the corner.
Perfect shot.
And you notice with that speed, he's going to pocket that ball a lot more than trying to hold it or trying to do something else. The angle just doesn't allow that, so he had to go back and forth. Whether he played for the upper right corner or lower right corner was another factor. He decided to play back and forth to play in the lower right corner, probably because the 2 balls in a quadrant and because his pocketing was higher. I do believe we're down to the final 6 players here. A couple guys on the chat were asking.
Yeah, final 6, yes.
So down to the champions of champions here.
Monsters.
He's making short work of this rack. He's got to watch his shirt, make sure he doesn't touch the 8, but he's a thinly demeanored person, so he's not going to have any real issues with that. Not belly hooked at all. No, I actually stay above the 8, but I think he's going down to the rail so he can go one rail towards the 9.
That's exactly what he did, yeah.
Now he could Z pattern this, or he could try to use a outside English and come down. It looks like he's Z patterning it. See the Z there?
Very nice.
Nice shot, and he's going to get pretty straight in on this 9 ball.
Perfect speed, everything. Perfect speed and angle. So this ties him up, is that right? Or puts him in lead 7-6? What is the score, Al?
7-6.
Okay.
Besar.
Close match here.
Guys, you're listening to Eddie Colhane and Michael Yednek and Al, Upstate Al.
I jump in every once in a while.
Thanks for listening to us. If you guys don't like the commentary, which I have seen here on
Please
occasion,
send an email to eddiethelockcohane.com.
eddiethelock.com. Go to my website, eddiethelock.com.
or just hit mute. You don't have to listen to us if you don't like us.
Pull the plug on your speakers.
But we do like
you guys
having
are
you
doing a
guys
great
out there,
job.
and we appreciate you guys watching.
And we like torturing you.
You guys are doing a great job.
Jason's trying to give us a good rack. By this stage in the game, the racks are getting more and more difficult. You do have guys pounding the rack over and over and over again. So I hope Jason doesn't have to take too long to get this locked up for him.
Well, you being a student of the racking, do you?
I'm more a student of the breaking, but go on.
Do you, when everything is frozen,
right?
Is it a rarity for you that everything is frozen? Everything? Is that very
rack
rare?
your own or opponent
if
rack?
If you racked your own,
super rare.
Can you freeze everything?
No,
everything?
No.
You can't.
No. I just try to get the L locked.
I understand.
And the back ball.
But never everything.
Never everything.
Okay. I don't study.
Not even on new cloth.
I don't study this stuff like you do, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's not reasonable to request a completely tight rack.
And the balls aren't completely round, so that comes into play.
Here we go.
The balls are thicker at the numbers. Wow, he got the 1 here on that kick by the 7 there. Otherwise, he was going to end up with the bank. This man is getting ready to go on the hill with this break.
Right, he didn't make the wing ball there. He made another ball, so I think he got a little lucky to make a ball.
He shook his head right after it when he seen the outcome. And
right, he was a little nervous until the 8 ball went because he didn't make one of the balls he was playing. He didn't make the 1 ball and he didn't make the wing ball. So
he overshot this one as well, but he's good. But
yes, I do mean stature. Sorry about that. I said demeanor. But he does have a nice demeanor at the table. I do like his confidence and the way he holds himself at the table. That shows someone that believes he can win.
He's got this two in the side. This 3 ball is going to be a challenge to get on, isn't it? A little bit of a challenge here.
I think he might be able to spin this with left English and come back between the 6 and the 4.
Nice speed. Nice speed. Look at that speed.
Quality shot there. He had a pretty big window, but still a very good shot.
Yeah, it sure was.
He's going to swing straight across for the 4 on the side.
Yep. And then everything's laying nicely after this.
Yeah, he came up a little short here.
Yeah, it was almost on the roof.
A little short, and he's going to have to use a lot of left English. So when he hits the short rail, he spins towards the 5. He doesn't want to go away from the 5.
He doesn't have to do too much.
So this is straight left.
Yeah.
You saw the cute twist to the left after and get him in good position. He's only at 7 right now, so he still needs 2 more games.
Oh, I thought he overcut that a little bit.
Yeah, he hit the outside the pocket, and that's actually the way to play that.
It is. It is. It just looked deceiving coming down.
He also did that with good pocket speed, where if it did jar a little bit, it probably would have fallen.
And he's going to have Jayson in a bit of a predicament here. I mean, Jason's got to sweat this now.
Yeah, if Jayson gets to the table, he's whoever's at the table is favored to win at this point.
Right. It might be a miracle if he gets back to the table, and he'll be happy to get back to the table here.
I'm good friends with Zion in the back, and it looks like his being ill might have caused him to play a little poorly because that seemed pretty quick to be done with.
Yeah, I was under the impression that Zion won this once, but he only came in second at one
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Besar just reaches the hill. Jayson Shaw at 6. Hanging on by a thread. Jayson can only hope that he gets to the table and has a shot.
Now, the winner of this will play Hatch. Right? Yeah, the winner of this will play Hatch. This is the B side.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And Dennis has been fighting hard. I mean, he lost early on, didn't he?
Jayson scratched on the break, right? That's what caused this onslaught. I'm pretty sure.
You got to ask Al.
I'm pretty sure that's what caused him.
We saw so much pool.
Yeah, I think he scratched on the break, and then it's been all.
Yeah, you could be right.
Basalt from here.
Wing ball.
Wing ball, and he almost made the one too. And the one hit the point and came back.
Well, now
he's got to draw off the 9 and play
9.
Position for.
This is going to be a nice touch.
The upper right corner.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice touch if he gets on this ball.
He's got to hit this really well.
Yeah.
He's far from the ball.
Right.
This could be an opportunity for Jayson if this isn't executed perfectly.
This might be his only hope.
Right. This is not easy to negotiate, and he doesn't have to get position on this 2-ball.
Right.
He's looking to see what happens after he hits the 1 in the pocket. He's going to clip the 9, and he's seeing if he hits the 8, is he going to have position on the 2?
And he's going to run into things, which makes it really crazy. But
he's got 2 tough shots here, the 1 and then the 2.
Yeah.
Let's focus all attention on the 1 ball, is what he's thinking right now. And he hit that extremely well.
He did.
And you saw that he went right off the 9 ball and then the 8, just like he planned.
The 8, yeah.
And hit a jam up. And now he's got to play this one last jam up shot and get any angle on the 3, and he can get to the 4. So he's just got to get some angle on the 3.
With the angle on the 3, if he should have missed this 2, he'll have the 7-4 blocking.
Yeah, he's going to try to play speed that he has that insurance now.
Yeah.
You know, the pocketing is very demanding. So once he decides what he's going to do, he's going to focus all attention on pocketing the balls here. I like to use a little bit of right on this shot.
I would too. Nice shot.
That hit the rail pretty high up.
It did, huh?
But he hit it very well and was still strong enough to go right in the pocket.
It was so close to the rail, it didn't matter, that angle.
He got pretty straight, so he's got to draw back for the side of the corner, and he's got 2 pockets to draw back for, so it's better to overhit this ball rather than underhit this ball.
Jason's in a bad way right here.
And if he's got any angle, he can squirt over to the right, but I think he's pretty straight. Yeah, he's using draw.
Yeah.
By where he's queuing.
Oh,
Ooh, he drew all the way back.
Wow, very nice.
That was a 3rd option. Execute that perfectly. It was a very strong shot.
That was really well done. I wasn't expecting to see that. It's another one, let out the stroke type deals, you know?
Yeah. You know, why not?
And you're comfortable with the shot.
Why not? Trying to baby it and get it 2 diamonds back exactly, or 3 diamonds back.
Yeah.
He had a pretty small window there to get really good on the ball. He chose coming back and forth, and it was almost impossible to get out of line.
Right.
He definitely played the right shot there and saw a better option than I did.
And it was fun to watch as well, you know?
Entertainment is the most important. No, winning's the most important factor.
Not for the people who are watching.
Yeah, nah.
They like seeing that stuff.
They like seeing quality pool.
Sure.
Everyone here is intelligent enough to know when you run out tough racks.
9 ball for the win.
Fun to watch. All right, guys. Quick thanks to my sponsors and Al. Jacoby Custom Cues, Predator Shafts, Kamui Products. Thank you, guys. I'm a house pro at Amsterdam Billiards. Special thanks to Amsterdam. My wife, Christine Jagdale. Thanks for all your support. Alex Paguline's been helping me with Behind the Rock. I'm his assistant captain. Thank you to him, and also to Ira Lee at Molinari. Jayson Shaw's sponsors: Kings of Vapor, Ultimate Pool Apparel, Kamui and Town Tips, Mucci, US 1 Billiards, DigiQ, and Rasson Tables. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm signing off here. Thanks, Al.